Good afternoon, everyone. Very happy to be here. Berlin is always fun to join. I want to talk today about Sisense, what we do, and how we simplify business analytics for complex data. And we'll start with what? What is it that we're doing? Very simple. Simplifying business analytics for complex data. Data is becoming more and more complex. More and more data sources are out there, and the size of data increases continuously. You need to make it simple. You need to make sure that you are able to unleash the data heroes in every organization. Make sure that you use smart technologies and that you are customer-focused in order to truly democratize the data for everyone in your organization. If we think of the BI analytics market over the past 25, 30, 20 years, depending how you count it, it all started with the big dinosaurs. The ones that would take the very complex data. They would embed a team of, 10 sales engineers in your environment, connect to all these huge databases, and at the end of a 6-month project, you will be able to provide reports on what's happening at probably 1 month to 2 month delay. Then about 10 years, 7 years ago, a new category emerged, the category of companies that would basically, for lack of better other words, put Excel on steroids. So you get nice visualization, you don't mess around with too much data, you just want to get the business users some data that would be useful. Where we come in is to take the best of both worlds. We are enabling people to connect to as much data as they'd like, billions of rows, terabytes of data, but make it seamless and simple as possible. Complexity is derived from 3 V's: the volume of data, the variety of data sources, and the velocity at which new data sources and more data are coming online. You want to make it super simple for the business user. Why? Why are we doing that? Well, a lot more data. We're talking about data growing at a pace of about 50% year over year for the years to come. And people are talking about getting 40 hexabytes of data out there by 2020. There's no end to the new data sources that are coming online that are useful for your business. Take all of that and think about the 20-year-old assembly line that was created, where you get huge IT teams carrying on their back this heavy duty of putting the data warehouse in place, creating the schema, the joins, modeling, and whenever you have a new product, a new data coming online, you need to realign that data source and put it back online, spend another 2 months to edit the data warehouse, ETL the data, prep the data, cleanse the data, run the analytics. It's a bunch of suffering. Seriously? Is this what we're still doing today? Are we putting lipstick on a pig, and are we believing that this is the way that technology should be going? Well, we have a better solution, a better way of doing that. How are we doing it? Well, if you look at technology, the invention of OLAP and the early days back some 20 years ago was sort of the starting point. Then, as I said, the in-memory technology was introduced by companies like Click into the market, and that was all the rage a decade ago. People started using, getting their models, flat files into memory and operating on it. That's no longer valid. That's no longer a viable option for the world of data today. What we've introduced to the market is the in-chip technology, where we take the performance on the data to the next level. We are able to give you the possibility to operate at a 10x to 100x performance boost with an analytics engine. And when we think about our disruption, and it is a disruption, and I'll show you the results shortly, but when we think of our disruption in the market, what we have done is we created a single stack. You no longer need to put in place a Tableau, a Teradata, and some other peculiar ETL tool to be able to perform the data. All you need is install Sisense on a laptop or on a server, and you run with it. At the heart of the system is the in-chip technology. It gives you 10x to 100x performance boost. And it's not us measuring that. I'm talking about companies like Intel that are checking the performance of their new CPUs and are wowed away where other applications get a 30% performance boost, and we give them 300% performance boost. But that's not enough. Innovation is key to disruption. And remember, all of it is done for the sake of the end user. And so we strongly believe that BI and data should be everywhere. Everyone should be able to using it. If today only about 20% of knowledge workers in a business are using dashboards or reports, we are striving to give it to the 80% of the users. That means that we connect the data now to the IoT, to Internet of Things. And you can connect your data to a smart light bulb, like the Philips Hue or the LifeX light bulb, and your KPIs now change the lighting in the environment. And all of a sudden, the mood changes, the way people feel and interact with the data changes. We connect to the Amazon Echo, to the Alexa, and now people are interacting with data by talking to it. We were actually the first company in the world to introduce data into Alexa a year and some change ago. And now the Alexa is deployed with Sisense in boardrooms and in operations room, where surgeons operate on patients, and they asked data for the information about the patient as they work in real time, because they cannot use their hands anymore. We introduced chatbots, where the millennials that live and breathe and work on Slack can now interact with data outside the realm of the two-dimensional dashboard. You can ask a question and immediately get an analysis, a natural language generation explanation of your data. So what are the results? This is all great technology story, but how are we doing? Sisense, privately held company, been around for about a decade. We raised about $100 million to date from marquee names, VCs, like Bessemer, DFJ, and Battery. We hail out of Tel Aviv with HQ in Manhattan. We're supporting over 4,000 organizations globally in 186 countries. We are highlighted by Gartner as a visionary in the field, and we are the one that are reshaping the discussion. We are reshaping the discussion today in BI and analytics. Half our business is embedded analytics. That means that companies use Sisense in their products in order to bring analytics for the masses. We are 350 employees deployed across multiple locations globally, and our revenue is in the many tens of millions of ARR. We're a SaaS company, subscription-based, and we're growing on average 100% year over year for 6 years in a row. That's a geometric series of growth that we're presenting. We win because we remove IT limitation, and we win because we give flexibility. And our own challenge to everyone out there, you can get to a proof of concept in 19 minutes with Sisense. Go online, down the trial version, and you can get on your complex data from multiple sources, you can get a valuable dashboard and a valuable insight. Thank you very much.